welcome folks, Pausing here bringing you Payback. This is week 8 of my universe mode as we see a nice suplex coming in from Jimmy Uso starting out the match against Roman Reigns. Now we've got the Shield and the Usos. They've met in the past few weeks in singles competition as well as a 6-man tag this week on Raw. They're in the one-on-one competitions. They are 1-1 apiece, with Roman Reigns losing to Jimmy and Dean Ambrose beating over Jey Uso. And then when they had a 6-man tag there associated with the Dolph Ziggler and Alberto Del Rio, Dean Ambrose got the pin on Alberto Del Rio. So we don't know quite who will win out this match tonight. Of course, the tag team titles are on the line here as you see big strikes from Roman Reigns onto the face of Jimmy Uso to start out this match. These two guys faced off 2 weeks ago, but now he's going to go around and tag in Jey. Now Roman getting a kick to a little bit of a super kick to the gut there, and now going to get a nice clothesline from Jey Uso as he keeps the pressure on his cousin here. Nice. I thought that was going to be a leg drop, but it was actually an elbow into the gut of Roman Reigns. So Roman now gets an attack on himself. Nice Samoan drop. No. Side backbreaker. I'm being very bad at predicting these moves. As you see a couple of big kicks coming in from Roman Reigns here. Pick up here. Big punch there. Trying to show his strength. Gut wrench slam there. Bit of a suplex. Not quite. As we see a pickup now once again by Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns keeping a lot of pressure on. Oh, that was a nice move there. Keeping him up there. Gonna actually go for a pin onto Jey Uso onto the tag team champions for a 1. Only a 1 count as he quickly kicks out of there. Roman Reigns is going to have to do a lot more damage, especially on the big stage of Payback here. Irish whip around the rings. Oh, there's a combination maneuver. We saw that coming on to Roman Reigns during their 6-man tag. He got attacked by all 3 members of the enemy team on the outside here. And now the Shield turning the table onto Jey Uso here, doing the same here. Going to actually whip Jey Uso back into the ring, as it didn't seem to fully get the amount of damage that they were looking for there. As now Reigns trying to keep pressure on. Going to whip him into the corner here as we get a tag team. No, this is Roman Reigns, one of his favorite moves of late here, as he sets up for this drop kick through the apron, using both feet across the face of Jey Uso. Going to roll in for the pin, most likely, yes, as he goes for that 1, 2, 3. I thought it was a 3 for just a moment, but Jey Uso kicking out at the last possible moment from that dropkick. Nice trip up there to get Reigns down on the mat. Gonna tag in Jimmy now. Jimmy, also the Intercontinental Champion. He'll be having a double header tonight as he has to defend these tag team champions from the Shield, and then he'll have to face Bad News Barret in our match leading up to the main event. Our main event of the evening is a World Heavyweight Championship match, and we got a pin here for a 1. Only a 1 count as Roman Reigns kicks out quickly. We're having Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Batista for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns going to tag in the lunatic fringe Dean Ambrose, his first time in this matchup here, as we see a super kick to the gut coming in really quickly as Reigns is very tired here. This could be an opportunity for Jey, I think it's actually Jimmy in the ring right now, to get a pinfall onto Dean Ambrose, but Dean Ambrose getting up a bit too quickly there, but he's able to get stuck down on the mat with a couple of kicks from Jimmy Uso. Nice monkey flip there, taking him closer, actually almost hitting the ref with Dean Ambrose's body. A pickup once again, keeping Dean Ambrose in control. There's a big super kick, that time to the face, as now it seems like he's reacting a bit for a 1. Only 1 count. I'm not sure if that was a rope break or just a quick kick out from Dean Ambrose. As you see an Irish whip around the ring. Louis press here from Dean Ambrose. Shades of Stone Cold here. But Dean Ambrose did kick out of a super kick during that 6-man tag with just a 1 count. And then he had to take a second super kick in order to stay down for a bit longer. Roman Reigns actually having to adjust his gloves there, taking a opportunity away there. Actually getting a bit of a Uso splash out of this corner now for that error as he got whipped into the corner. Tag team maneuver. Gonna go for the pin now. Dean Ambrose gonna try and interrupt, and he does. And he keeps this match alive for the Shield, trying to win those tag team championships. Big Samoan headbutt Now you see a nice bulldog from behind with the running momentum of Jimmy Uso as he turns Dean Ambrose over a bit, continues to turn him over, and now kicks him into the gut, trying to get Dean Ambrose a bit disorientated here as he goes for a suplex across the ring, slamming Dean Ambrose down on the mat. A little bit of a pickup here. Counter by Dean as he goes for a knee to the gut. Headlock applied once again, and he's going to put Jimmy up against those ropes, and perhaps he does have him up against those ropes. And we've seen this in the last match. This rebound clothesline applied to the Uso. And Dean Ambrose going to go for the pin after that for 1, 2, 3. And that's all, folks. Shield are your new champions with that rebound clothesline.
Here are your winners and new WWE Tag Team Champions, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns.
Man, what a contest. We definitely just witnessed one for the ages.
Here we have The Miz versus Chris Jericho. Both of these guys representing Raw here as you got a headlock applied. Our last match was actually a Raw versus SmackDown type match as we had Raw's own Shield defeat the Usos from SmackDown. Nice jawbreaker there, sending Chris Jericho out to the outside. Now Miz and Chris Jericho have not really feuded all that much here, but this is part of Raw's undercard being developed here as these guys both had a victory last week. Chris Jericho defeated Rusev, the super athlete, and then Miz defeated Edge last week on Raw as they get a nice dropkick from Chris Jericho. One of these guys, whoever wins, will probably get a #1 contender spot for that Intercontinental Championship. Or actually, that's SmackDown title. It would be the United States Championship being defended tonight between Dolph Ziggler and Alberto Del Rio. Big stomp from The Miz as he keeps pressure on to Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, a legend here, and a nice boot to the face. Chris Jericho has feuded with, I believe, Dolph Ziggler before. I believe he's also feuded with The Miz in recent times. Chris Jericho has sort of developed into a legend bumper. He'll give other younger wrestlers a win or two over him, but still seem to be pretty powerful in his own right. As you see a nice bar across the leg and actually going for a bit of submission maneuver here, trying to tweak the arm of The Miz, trying to perhaps weaken that face-crushing finale of The Miz. Miz and Mizdow have been teaming together. They almost had a chance at that tag team titles. They lost to the Shield, however, Shield got the #1 contender spot, and they just won the titles. So Miz and Mizdow may be on their way to go try and chase after that tag team gold now held by the Shield. Low drop kick taking out the knee of Chris Jericho from The Miz as he keeps the pressure on. Now going to go for a little pin here. No count there. I think that might have been a rope break as Chris Jericho was extremely close to the ropes. Oh, now we've got that face-crushing finale from The Miz. He's got to drag Chris Jericho away from the ropes. He doesn't want another rope break here, but he's going to go for another pin as he turns over Chris Jericho for the 1, 2, 3. Chris Jericho is just barely able to kick out there as The Miz now trying to apply pressure, he wants to try and finish this match quickly now after that face-crushing finale. A series of kicks now to that leg that he did that low dropkick on. Another pinfall here for a 1, 2, only a 2 count. Chris Jericho continuously kicking out, that time at the 2 count instead of just at like 2 3/4. As Jericho now able to get a headlock applied, he's going to be able to do a nice vertical suplex here, slamming The Miz down on the mat. Jericho going to try and get some momentum in his corner now. As you see Jericho going to go for a headlock. Will go for the co-breaker in a little bit. Nice slam of the face against the mat. Miz definitely one that does not like his moneymaker damage. That would be his face, the movie star The Miz. Now Chris Jericho, the rock star, so you can say this match is kind of a bit of a movie star versus rock star here. As you see Chris Jericho countering from behind, striking the back of The Miz. As you see a nice reverse DDT taking The Miz down onto the mat. Big kicks coming in from Chris Jericho. He now picks up The Miz. What's he going to go for here? Here he's going to go for the walls. Jericho, he's turning him over. The Miz is right next to the rope, so he's going to be able to break that up rather quickly. He's crawling over to the ropes to try and get that rope break as Jericho tries to pull him away, but Miz does get to the ropes for that rope break, breaking the walls of Jericho. Headlock applied by The Miz as he brings Jericho in the center of the ring. Nice dodge out of the way, and now he's got those kicks to the leg once again, trying to weaken that Walls of Jericho from Chris Jericho, trying to take out the leg of Jericho as The Miz continues to keep on Jericho here with a nice strike to the face. Headlock applied. Is he going to go for a suplex here with a bit of delay, in fact, as he slams him down on the mat, letting the blood rush to the head before sending him down on the mat. Miz trying to regain control here as we got a nice headlock driver sort of maneuver as he sends him into the mat. Going to pull him away from the ropes. Go for the pin here for a 1, 2, 3. The Miz wins this Raw matchup.
Here is your winner, The Miz.
Man, what a contest.
Here is the second of 5 title matches we've got here tonight. This is a Divas contest for the Divas Championship, currently held by Cameron. She won that title just earlier this week on SmackDown when she defeated the former champion Brie Bella. Brie Bella with a headlock onto Cameron, and actually a double team maneuver here. Double kicks to the gut to the Divas champion with a double DDT there. Now Tamina Snuka getting grabbed by Brie Bella. Tamina Snuka earned a #1 contenders spot by beating Paige in a one-on-one contest on SmackDown earlier this week. So these 3 fine ladies all got put into a triple threat match for that Divas Championship. Cameron will have to defend against both the former champion and the #1 contender. Nice Frankensteiner there, sending the head of Brie Bella up against the mat. And it seems we've got a little bit of alliance once again on Brie Bella here. Rake across the eyes of Cameron. As we see an Irish whip coming around the ring from Tamina Snuka. As we see a nice scissor kick with the knee going to the face of Brie Bella. Brie Bella defended that championship for quite some time as she went through AJ Lee and a few other competitors. As you see now a tie between all these fine ladies. Cameron, I believe, was also the first Divas champion before I even started the official universe mode when I was doing singles matches. As she defended that title for quite some time. As we see an Irish whip around the ring, knee to the boot to the gut. Brie Bella won that title from Cameron right before we started the new universe mode, and she brought it over during that time. As you see a belly-to-belly suplex coming in from Cameron over the top there, sending Brie Bella down onto the mat. And now Tamina Snuka with a low dropkick into the back. She used that move, the low dropkick, several times in her match against Paige to win up that matchup. As you see a nice armbar takedown there from Brie Bella. Going a bit cross-eyed here as we see a nice guillotine leg drop coming in once again onto Tamina Snuka. All 3 of these fine ladies want to try and win that championship here. Gotta wonder if these 3 will continue to feud after this match. Who will be the 2 that will continue on for the next 4 weeks before the next SmackDown pay-per-view in terms of the rivalry surrounding the Divas Championship? Should Brie Bella be the one pinned here tonight, she will lose any sort of credibility that she has or a ownership of the title that was formerly hers. Cameron, of course, can lose it to Tamina Snuka, and it'll be sort of a triple question mark of who should really be champion. All 3 of these ladies equally matched. As you see another nice kick to the face of Cameron as Cameron brings herself up here. If Cameron is able to stave off both of these fine ladies, we'll have to figure out a new competitor to compete against her as we get a lower kick to the back. As Cameron continuing to fight off these combatants. Nice. Oh, it looked like she was going to go for that face plant there, but gets countered by Tamina Snuka. Irish whip around the ring now, sending Cameron over the top rope. Oh, that might be a perfect situation for Brie Bella here. But Cameron bringing herself back into the ring. But she was able to bring Cameron back to the outside, giving herself some time to perhaps get a pinfall onto Tamina Snuka. Oh, big monkey flip out of the corner from Cameron onto Tamina Snuka. And now Cameron also attacking Brie Bella. She has to take both these ladies. Oh, there's that split leg kick that she used to win the championship. She goes for the pin onto Brie Bella, but Tamina Snuka going to interrupt there as Tamina Snuka protects her chance at that title. Cameron with a big shot to the face as she now goes for a headlock into the center of the ring. There's a flying DDT that she's also used for her finisher. I believe she calls it the girl bye. Brie Bella trying to steal this championship back, but not going to be able to as Cameron stops that pinfall attempt by Brie Bella. Both women targeting the second generation Snuka, part of the Anoli family, Tamina Snuka. As you see a headlock applied. She got a nice clothesline onto Brie Bella there. There's a head drag toss there. Actually requires a lot of strength, especially for a woman the size of Tamina Snuka. She's quite a lot larger than these other two ladies here. She's always been sort of the enforcer here. Nice Russian leg sweep to take Cameron down on the mat. This might be an opportunity for Brie to go for a pin. Brie's actually going to be lining up now, perhaps going to go for Brie mode here. But will she be stopped? She seems like she was stopped there from Tamina Snuka. She got in the way. There's a bulldog from there, and she turns over Cameron for the pin, but she gets interrupted by Brie Bella. Brie now getting struck in the face by Tamina Snuka as Snuka tries to dodge out of the way. There's a super kick taking the champion down as she goes for the pin. Only a 1 count, I believe, may have been a rope break there. She got pushed closer to the ropes as now Tamina Snuka with a headlock applied. Tamina is going to have to set up for perhaps that giant leg drop off the top rope. Looks like she was setting something on the ropes, but Brie Bella interrupting there. Brie Bella with a knee to the gut to Tamina Snuka. All three of these ladies could do big finishers here at this point. She was going to go for a electric chair here, but a nice face slam. That's sort of like the move that Brie mode. Oh, there's that split leg kick once again. And Brie is telling her, come on, you can fight me too, you know. But she's going to break up that pin. Brie going to go after Cameron now, and she's going to whip her across the ring. Going to put her up against that corner there. Knee to the face now. Looks like Tamina's looking for something big. But Brie Bella going to set up now, turning Cameron over for the pin for a no count as Tamina Snuka is able to break that up now. Nice kick to the side and chops from Brie Bella. She gets countered now as Tamina Snuka brings her down onto the mat. A pickup now as you get a headlock applied, but stop there. All these ladies fighting off against each other, each looking for their own finisher now. As you see Tamina Snuka setting her up in the corner. But a counter from Cameron, not able to get there. She's putting it up, Tamina Snuka up to the top rope. Oh no, drop kick from Brie Bella onto Cameron. This might be the perfect opportunity for a pin. But Cameron kicks out. Tamina Snuka seems to be passed out up on that top rope. But Brie Bella now going to go for this giant arm drag takedown, sending her all the way from the top rope to the center of the ring. But Cameron keeping herself occupied in there. It looks like she was going to go for Brie mode, but there it is. There's this Brie mode. That face slam in the center of the mat. And Cameron going to go for the pin after that for a 1 count as Brie Bella interrupts. All these ladies vicious with each other as Brie Bella now turning over Tamina going for the pin. Neither of these ladies, Brie or Cameron, want to be the one to pin each other. They each seem to be focusing on Tamina Snuka at least a bit here. As we see a whip coming in from Cameron. Tamina Snuka might have her opportunity to put Cameron on the mat for that finisher of hers, that top rope finisher that she uses. As she goes up to the top rope, Brie Bella might try and go for a pin after this. No, she's picking up Cameron. Oh, there's a giant flip taking out no one. As I believe she might have just landed on the mat, damaging herself. Irish whip around the ring. As we see a nice Frankensteiner there, putting her head into the mat for the pin for only a 1 count as Snuka breaks up the pin here. Hair drag toss from Cameron onto Tamina Snuka there. She now gets a boot to the gut. Which lady will be able to finish this match? There's that split leg drop, and Brie Bella actually going to the outside. This might be an opportunity time. She goes for the pin for the 1, 2, 3. Cameron defending her title against both Brie Bella and Tamina Snuka.
Here is your winner, and still Divas champion, Cameron.
Wow, what a match! The championship retained over some game competition.
Here we go, Alberto Del Rio versus Dolph Ziggler. This is the third of 5 championship matches here tonight. We had one championship retain, the Diva championship, and we also had another championship change hands, the tag team titles. Will this title swing the count one way or the other, as Alberto Del Rio, the United States champion of Raw, defends against the #1 contender, Dolph Ziggler. These two guys have very bad blood between each other, as they feuded over the World Heavyweight Championship. Dolph Ziggler cashed in his Money in the Bank contract on Alberto Del Rio the night after WrestleMania. I believe it was a few years ago. As you see a big body slam here from Alberto, as he keeps the pressure on to Dolph Ziggler. Pick up here. He was able, after being cashed in on, Alberto Del Rio ended up giving Dolph Ziggler a concussion, resulting in Dolph Ziggler having to vacate the title and give it back to the former champion, Alberto Del Rio. He was never quite the same after that. Dolph Ziggler did not get back up to that title picture zone, as he got a big kick to the lower back of Dolph Ziggler here, as he got a pick up from Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio, our United States champion, since coming into the new universe mode, as you see a big body slam here. He's been able to defend against CM Punk was his previous competitor, but now he's got Dolph Ziggler, a somewhat younger and more virile opponent here, as Dolph Ziggler seeming to play for the crowd a bit for the snapmare, as Dolph Ziggler loves the way his hair flows through his fingers. A big strike there. Headlock applied by Dolph here as he goes for a big elbow to the back of the head. And now a huge body slam, sending him down on the mat. Dolph Ziggler able to keep momentum on his side for the early goings of this matchup. Alberto Del Rio, of course, had some advantage on damage as well. These guys both looking for some damage here. Irish whip, belly-to-belly suplex over the top there from Alberto Del Rio. Able to put Dolph Ziggler down on the mat, as he's going to go for a kick to the lower back here. As you see him pick up Dolph Ziggler now. Irish whip coming around the ring, sending him into the corner. Nice enziguri in the corner. Signature maneuver there for Alberto Del Rio. Is going to drag Dolph Ziggler into the ring. Going to go for a pinfall off that enziguri in the corner there for only a 1 count, as Dolph Ziggler kicks out there. He seems to be a bit slow to get up, but will Alberto Del Rio go for that cross arm breaker quickly? Oh, we've got a nice package DDT there. He put all of his weight behind it there, dragging Alberto to the ring now, as he seems to be going for another one of those snapmares there. He goes over the top for that snapmare, taking Alberto down onto the mat once more. Now, what will Dolph Ziggler go for here? He seems to be prowling around. Nice reverse neck elbow into the back of the head. Got to be vicious from Alberto Del Rio. Nice power slam there, countering the speed of Alberto as he goes for a pin. Only a 1 count as Alberto kicks out. Now, Alberto Del Rio has left the WWE since the creation of this game. He has actually gone down to AAA and also been featured on Lucha Underground as Alberto El Patron, rather. As he got it put over the top rope, showing my whiteness there. Not able to really say his name that well. As he gets picked up there by Del Rio, getting sent over into the outside. This is not a no disqualification match. We do have some matches like that on the card here tonight. As you see Dolph Ziggler put up against that steel pole. And now it seems like he's trying to injure the arm of... No, this is how he gave him a concussion. Oh my. Just sent that head against the steel post. He's already busted open the head of Dolph Ziggler. This may be history repeating itself here. Giving Dolph Ziggler a concussion, sending him out for a few weeks here. That's what happened with the World Heavyweight Championship. He put his head up there. Nice knee to the gut as Alberto Del Rio now focusing. He's going to go and turn him over for the pin now after that giant kick against the steel post. He's got the 2. He's got the 3. Alberto Del Rio defends his championship.
There should be no doubt in anyone's mind that he is the true and deserving champion. Absolutely. What an incredible match.
Now, this is an iron match between Santino Marella and El Torito. These two guys have been feuding for the past few weeks, actually like the past 8 weeks since this universe started. and now they've taken it out to an Iron Man match to try and finish this matchup. The first man to get, they've got 15 minutes to get as many pinfalls as possible, or submissions as well. And the man who has the most falls to their name at the end of that 15 minutes will be the winner. Now this will probably be edited for time a little bit. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to let me know if this editing is okay with you guys or not, as we get a nice drop kick there from El Torito, and now a nice moonsault as well, sending him into the mat. I've been using the editing technique for the past week or so for various matches that go a bit too long. Probably also editing the Tag Team Championship match from earlier tonight, as we see a bit of submission maneuver here very early from El Torito here. Oh, that is a very interesting maneuver there. For another maneuver here, and he's got him in the corner, sending him down on the mat. Is he going to go up to the top rope? El Torito seeming to, yes. Will he go for that swanton that he's used a few times? Yes, there's that swanton bomb into the pinfall for the 1, 2, 3. El Torito with the first fall. El Torito has not actually gotten that many pinfalls or wins over Santino Marella over the past 8 weeks of their rivalry, so getting the first fall in the match is definitely a big plus for El Torito, a good sign for him, as he's able to go one-on-one with Santino Marella now. As he gets that rolling DDT, he's got to drag him away from the ropes to make sure it's not a pin or a rope break, but he does not. That's sort of the ring inexperience of this larger ring for El Torito here, as he gets a pickup on Santino. Santino able to counter with the Irish whip. He's got the back headlock applied and an elbow to the back of the head of El Torito here. Once again, Torito up one fall as we go for the 10. We're 5 minutes into this match now. Santino now going up to that top second rope, going for the sailor's headbutt halfway across the ring into the side of El Torito. Will going to turn him over for the pin to get his first fall of the night. Only a 1 count kick out from El Torito. Good sign of El Torito. Able to kick out of that sailor's headbutt here. But now, a nice split-legged jawbreaker there from Santino, as he seems to be a bit tired. Gonna go for another pinfall here for a 1, 2, 3. Santino ties it up 1-1. As Santino keeps the pressure on, we've got another 9.5 minutes of this action as we turn around. Santino going to be put in that corner. Is El Torito setting up for another swanton bomb? It seems like he is. He's got him knocked down in the corner. Is he going to go up to the top rope? He is. He's up there, up on that top rope. Will he hit the swanton for a second time? He will. He turns over for the pin for a 1, 2, 3. 2-1 El Torito in favor. As we see now another keeping the pressure on to Santino here. As you get a headlock. Nice reverse suplex, sending him down on the mat. El Torito going to try and get more pinfalls out of this. Nice moonsault there. As he goes out to the outside here, will he do a springboard maneuver? Springboard splash onto Santino's back there. As he goes to the outside once again, going to go for another splash perhaps? He is right onto the back of Santino Marella as he was getting up, just exploiting the slower get. It looks like Santino just passed out now. He was barely able to get up there, as now he goes for this Hurricane Rana DDT again. El Torito keeping the pressure on, gonna crawl over for the pin for a 1, 2, 3. El Torito starts taking the lead with his third fall. On his back now. Oh, there's that swanton bomb as he goes for another pin for a 1, 2, 3. El Torito has 3 falls up on Santino Marella. Santino Marella has to do some catching up to do. Santino making sure he doesn't set him up for that swanton properly. Here's that big punch, and now we see the Cobra. The first time the Cobra came out here, he used it 3 times versus their submission match, but now this was the first time here tonight. Will it get him a pinfall victory to almost tie it up? It's a 2, it's a 3. We were up to 3-4. Advantage El Torito. Santino Marella has to get another pinfall in the next 5 minutes or so to win this match, or to tie this matchup up. As we see Santino now going for a pin once again after that reverse suplex for a 2 count. El Torito with the swanton bomb for another pinfall for a 1, 2, 3. 3 count to 5. Advantage Torito. El Torito looking very tired now as he gets a headlock applied to him from Santino Marella. As he gets a nice suplex once again, sending El Torito down onto the mat. As he goes for the pinfall once again for a 1, 2, 3. Not quite, as El Torito just barely kicks out. He's still got a 2-win advantage. Santino Marella only has about 3 minutes to get another 2 pinfalls to tie this matchup up, and another 3 to get the advantage for a 1, 2, 3. Not quite. El Torito trying to double the score of Santino Marella here. We've only got a minute left here, as he got a chop across the chest, and now we've got a rope-a-dope. He's got to get 2 pinfalls. He can't spend any time playing games here. He's got to go for that pin. He's got a 1, 2, 3. Okay, Santino has about 40 seconds to tie it up with another pinfall here, but we've got that Hurricane Rana there from El Torito as he goes for a pinfall as well for only a no count, as it was a rope break there. Santino has to get back up. He has to get some sort of offense onto El Torito to tie this match up, as we get a nice takedown here. Basic fundamentals. He's got no time. He's got to turn him over for a pin now, but he's picking him up, going to try and do some sort of finish here. Irish whip counter from El Torito, and this might be all. Flip out of the corner as we get a grab here for El Torito, just spacing out. Drop kick from behind as the match almost nears its end. El Torito going to the outside for a splash. Santino able to roll out of the way, but it is all over, folks. El Torito winning out with 1 more pin.
Here is your winner, El Torito.
This is your lead up to the main event. We've got Jimmy Uso versus Bad News Barret. It is for the Intercontinental Championship, and it is a last man standing match. And one of these guys will have to, not answer the 10 count. That's how you win this matchup, is you make your opponent stay down on the mat until the ref counts to 10. And they can't answer that count, then you are the winner. The ref very quick to make counts here, as we see a big spine buster there from Wade Barret, as the ref almost goes for a 1 count. There's a 1 count there. He gets a couple of big strikes into the face of Jimmy Uso. Now, Jimmy Uso already lost 1 title here tonight. Him and his brother Jay lost the tag team titles to The Shield earlier tonight, and this is his 2nd match of the night. So you gotta wonder how will he fare in a last man standing match, especially a match like as grueling as that. If it was a single pinfall matchup, he might be in better shape to try and get a quick win over Wade Barret. These two have been feuding over for the past few weeks. As Wade Barret lost his last opportunity, he had a bigger opportunity this time. As we see now, a big strike to the back. Bad News Barret was able to beat Jimmy Uso just earlier this week on SmackDown, as he got a strike to the face. And now a couple of big shots by Jimmy Uso. This is going to be the last match between these two guys here, and the man who leaves with the Intercontinental Championship after a last man standing type sort of matchup. Headlock applied here. He's got an elbow to the back of the head now. He's got a counter as well. Knee to the gut. Wade News Barret, the bare knuckle brawler and sort of striker type mentality, but a nice sidewalk slam showing he can do wrestling moves as well. Bit of a taunt there from Wade Barret, but Jimmy Uso able to convert that taunt into some offense against Bad News Barret as he gets a big strike to the gut, a couple of kicks there, but Wade Barret just seems to be shaking those off, not really showing any effect. There's a super kick. He's not going to shake that off, as now Jimmy Uso not sure if he wants to keep the count. He's going to get a 1 count from the ref. Jimmy Uso looking to just watch on, and here's the ref at a 3 count after that giant super kick. If this was just a normal pinfall matchup, he might already have the win, but Wade answers at a 4 count here. Big strike here. Oh, there's Wasteland from Wade Barret, as now he's going to wait for the count on to Jimmy Uso. He's got a 2 now and a 3. Will he answer to 4, or will Jimmy be more injured than Wade was? He's got 5 now. and 6. Will Jimmy Uso be able to answer at that 10 count? He's at an 8, and there's a 9. The champion not able to answer the 10 count. Wade Barrett with a destructive wasteland wins this victory.
WWE history books.
Here is your winner and the new Intercontinental Champion, Wade Barrett.
We have a new champion. Unbelievable. What a match and a new champion. I love the WWE.
I gotta say the gold looks good on Stone Cold Steve Austin. He won that championship just 2 weeks ago at Over the Limit by making Hollywood Hulk Hogan tap out. Now Hogan had a rematch clause, but he lost it to Batista earlier this week when he had a fatal 4-way match against, actually it was 2 weeks ago, he lost that chance when he lost to Batista in a fatal 4-way match as he got a big kick to the gut. Now Batista only got that match because he pinned Hulk Hogan. If he had pinned anyone else, he wouldn't have gotten the opportunity. But now with a couple of big strikes to the face, Batista trying to grab the former gold that he used to have. Him, Hulk Hogan, and now Stone Cold Steve Austin are the only 3 men who have ever had the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in this universe mode. Hollywood Hogan was the first man to capture it. Then Batista was able to take it away from him in an Elimination Chamber match. Hulk Hogan was able to use his rematch clause to take it back, and now after March Madness, Stone Cold Steve Austin was able to take it away from him. Will Batista be able to work the system and get his title back around his waist? Headlock applied as we got a sidewalk slam, slamming Stone Cold up against the mat. Now we've had 2 titles change hands and 2 titles stay in their owner's possession. As we see a pickup here from Batista. Which way will this slide, as this is the 5th title match of the night? This will break up that title and see if this is the new wave of change or if they're staying the course with most of the same champions as we had last week. Pick up here from Stone Cold. Is he going to be going for an Irish whip across the ring for Batista? Batista countering into an Irish, not an Irish whip, a leg takedown. And now he gets a mounting on top of Stone Cold Steve Austin with a couple of punches to the face of the rough neck SOB Stone Cold Steve Austin. Irish whip coming across the ring into the corner now as Stone Cold going to go out of that with a suplex. Bit of a German gut wrench suplex, sending him down on the mat, just slamming him down as Stone Cold seems to be looking for something. Nice elbow to the back of the head of Batista now as he picks up Batista, as he might go for something big. There's that Louis press, that signature. That is a signature Stone Cold Austin move now as he goes for the pin onto Batista here for the 1, 2, only a 2 count. Will he hit a stunner now? That stunner can come out of nowhere now. Big strike to the face. And now big kick to the gut from Batista as Batista can turn that into a spinebuster here. Oh, the nice spinebuster as well from Stone Cold Steve Austin, using that momentum of Batista against him as now he kicks his abdomen. They're kicking the gut of Batista. Stone Cold now going to go for an Irish whip across the ring, sending him into the corner now. Will he go for another one of those gut wrench suplexes? No. Dodge out of the way from Batista as he got a headlock though. Austin able to keep the advantage in his corner for a nice neck breaker onto the mat as he now kicks the gut of Batista, trying to keep the pressure on. Going to be setting up for something big perhaps as he picks up Batista. There's a big strike once again. And now we go for that Louis press once again in that corner. As he goes for a couple of big kicks to the head. Will he go for a pinfall after that? Yes, he will. But ref right in the way for a 2 and a 3. Stone Cold Steve Austin retains his title in the main event of Payback.
Here is your winner and still WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
There should be no doubt in anyone's mind that he is the true and deserving champion. Absolutely. What an incredible match.